What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Sorta Interesting podcast, and welcome back to the finale of our Matrix series review, where we are reviewing all four Matrix movies leading up to Matrix Resurrections on HBO Max and movie theaters right now, everybody. My name is Christian Patam, and with me is the underground clown, the man who goes up and down, Mr. Wonderful himself, Myles Darling. How you doing, buddy? Our first podcast of 2022. Oh, yeah. We're a little late, almost a whole month late, but no worries. 2022, starting off strong. Listen, I got sick. Myles didn't really get sick, but other people got sick around him. So, you know, it's that gosh down Omicron, whatever that is. So
Omicron Persei 8.
Thankfully, both of us didn't get it. Other people got it, but, you know, I just got a little bit of a coldy cold, no problem. But Myles, for a side podcast, I want to discuss what we're going to be doing for our next series. Okay, I just had an epiphany today. Oh, by the way, okay, so I was thinking about this at work. I was like, man, what are we going to do for the next series? And I had an idea. I was like, I wanted to do those movies we were talking about, the Troy, the Gladiator, and those kind of movies. But I was looking at the schedule of movies coming up, and there's a little movie coming out in March. A little movie called The Batman. Okay, Myles?
Oh.
So, in preparation for that, I want to do a Batman review. Batman review series. So we're going to be doing the three Nolan movies, right? We're going to be doing Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises. But there's a fourth one, Myles. We still have a free week here, a fourth week. And I'm throwing in a little wild card. I want to do Batman and Robin. I just want to do. I need to switch it up a little bit. Those Nolan movies are pretty serious, right? So those are pretty grounded in reality, pretty serious. So I figured we'll throw in a little Batman and Robin in between those, just to kind of mix it up a little bit and have some fun with it. So that's gonna be our next 4 weeks, hopefully, with the release of The Batman, starring Robert J. Pattinson, coming out in, I believe, March 5th. So, very excited for that. The previews have been looking so good. Yeah, I don't need to see any more trailers, by the way. I saw, like, this last one that came out. I'm like, dude, it was
I was sold. I love Robert.
I know. I don't need it anymore. I'm already sold. Of course, I'm going in there to go watch that. But apparently, this new Batman movie, it's almost 3 hours. It's supposed to be the longest of all the Batman movies. So yeah, Robert L. Pattinson, very excited for that.
L or J?
It's gonna be changing every time I say it, so I don't know exactly what it Robert A. Pattinson, but very excited for that. So look out for those Nolan movies. I know you are a huge fan of the Dark Knight Rises. Yes. So I haven't seen that in a long time. So I'm looking forward to watching all three of those movies again. Haven't seen
that
all
shit
of
on
them
4K, baby.
Oh, that's right, you do. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I just put Batman and Robin on that Plex today.
Oh, you did?
So I'm very excited for that one as well, starring George Clooney and of course Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. So very excited for that.
And Uma Thurman.
Yeah, that was Uma. I had such a crush on her when I was a kid watching that movie. I wanted to actually do like all the Batman movies, starting from like Michael Keaton, but unfortunately we just don't have enough time. That would be like 2 months straight of movies. So. But yeah, Michael Keaton was a little before our time, so I didn't even watch Michael Keaton Batman till like recently, till like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So I don't really have a connection to that. But my first Batman, I wanted to do it, but we don't have enough time. I wanted to do Batman Forever, starring fucking Val Kilmer. That was my Batman growing up. I remember watching that shit on VHS this is like, I think even before school. This was like daycare, like, pre-kindergarten or whatever. So that was my Batman growing up. But I figured it was either between that Batman or Batman and Robin. I feel like we would have a better time with Batman and Robin. Sorry, George Clooney. That would be so much fun to do. So, but
we'll do that one after Rises.
I was planning on doing Begins and then Dark Knight, and then we'll throw in Batman and Robin, and then we'll finish it out with Dark Knight Rises. And then we'll do I don't know how we're gonna do the new Batman. I probably can't do like a plot rundown because that's gonna be a theatrical release, unfortunately. So And tickets for that. I don't even know when tickets are gonna go out for that. That should be like pretty soon. So I gotta be on the lookout for that as well. But very excited.
Well, we could just do like just talk about it.
Yeah, we could definitely just make a
we were gonna do that.
We don't have to
if
do
we
a
ever got back.
full huge podcast, but we could just do a short podcast, just reviewing that one. But very excited, man. Very excited for that. I don't really have any. I guess you still want
a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, we don't have to do any of those questions, but I'll have.
Yeah.
We haven't been talking about anything for a while regarding like movies besides, I guess, watching them. What about? I'm sure a lot of people have seen it already. No Way Home.
Yeah. I mean, we we did the last podcast we did. We already we did that little review.
What was I going to talk about then? I was going to ask you about a certain movie, or no? I was going to ask you about what. I guess the Batman one answers it. All right, what TV show are you watching right now?
Oh, right now, what did I just watch? You know what I started?
You watched Dexter.
My god, dude, yeah, Dexter New Blood, which just ended around the holidays. Pleasantly surprised, honestly. I thought I went in kind of like thinking it was gonna be some bullshit. I did not like how the last, I don't know, 3 seasons of Dexter ended. So I don't even remember anything about the last 3 seasons.
Remember a boat?
Yeah, I remember the last episode.
Strahovski.
And everyone is basically dead, except for fucking what's his name, Angel. So there's, yeah. I mean, have you started it at all yet? The Dexter New Blood?
No.
Well, I think you're gonna like it. I liked it. The ending was whatever. I was talking to Kyle about it. He did not like the ending of this new one, but I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. I thought it was way better than the original ending that they had for Dexter. So, yeah, go check it out. I think it was probably 8. No, it was 10 episodes. So it's not that long. They're like hour-long episodes, but still.
So they close it out.
Yeah, they went pretty in depth, and they definitely closed it out. It was a good series. I kind of want to go back and watch the original again, man. Just the first 4 seasons. Like I was thinking about it, but man, that's a huge commitment. That series runs pretty long, but
it's so good though, man.
I know, all the way up until I don't even know when it started getting bad. Honestly, I'd say up until after Jimmy Smith's. What's his name? After Jimmy Smith's season, like after that, it was just off the rails. I don't even remember any other villains after that. Maybe Edward James Olmos with Tom Hanks' son. What's his name? Colin Hanks. Yeah, that season was okay.
That was kind of that was okay.
Just because of that twist at the end of that season was pretty cool. And of course, Colin Hanks is just a fucking, he's just a delight anytime I could see Colin Hanks in anything. So,
the Trinity Killer was
that's top tier. That's top shelf Dexter right there.
You gotta watch Dexter just
John Lithgow. God damn.
Oh God, he really put in a fucking. From Third Rock of the Sun, from the sun, whatever.
A fucking super creepy goddamn serial killer. But yeah, super good. It's been I think the finale was in 2011 or 2012, so it's been a good 10 years since Dexter ended. So, but yeah, I think you'll like it. Any Dexter fan would probably enjoy it. Hopefully, so. What else? What have you been watching? You been watching anything?
I finished Succession.
Oh my god, yeah, that's what we gotta talk about. Fucking Succession, dude. God damn, dude, what a fucking show. That ending of that last episode, I was like,
season 3,
motherfucker, you fucking son of a fucking bitch. That's just me yelling at the TV while the fucking credits are rolling. I'm like, fucking motherfucking shit.
It's like that where it's just, oh shit, like when it all comes together, and
just the acting in that whole fucking show, dude. Brian Cox is so goddamn scary. Like, I don't know if that's like actually how he is. Like, he's so good at it. I can't tell if he's actually a friendly guy or what. But I think the indicator of that is he was willing to come back for Super Troopers 2. So I'm like, okay, you know what? There's probably something like cool in him. But I'm fucking terrified of Brian Cox. He's so scary.
Yeah, he's on a different level. He's the man. It's hard to see him anything other than Cap from Super Troopers.
Yeah.
Super Troopers, but man, I don't see that when I'm watching him, and it's crazy. He's like, I do not. You can't tell. He reels you in. He's got those tactics where he just reels you in, puts you right here.
Oh, he's so
But it's one of
cutthroat,
those keep your
dude.
friends close, keep your
Yeah.
enemies closer. Even his own
his
kin.
own fucking family. He will fuck them over in a second, and it is such a good fucking show. And I heard a lot of things before I actually started the show about Macaulay Culkin's brother. What's his name? Roman.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Romulus.
Romulus. Yeah. God, dude.
Great name.
I heard a lot of things about him before I started the show, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And
Kieran Culkin.
Kieran Culkin, yeah. A lot of people didn't like him, but I love him. He's like one of my fucking favorite characters in that whole goddamn series,
He's such
dude.
a bitch,
He's
dude.
so fucking funny, man. Just the way he's just talking about like his own problems, like it's just a joke. I'm like, goddamn, this is so fucking funny.
He's out there jerking off on the window, jerking off behind a door, just doing
sending
weird
dick pics to his dad.
shit.
It is so fucking funny, dude. Oh my god. And Jerry's not bad. And I'm like, all right, Jerry, okay, get on Kieran Culkin, all right. But yeah, man, it's what a great show that was. I was also watching this other show on Netflix I was pretty hyped about called Singles Inferno, which is a Korean dating show. Just dude,
Interesting. You're just hopping on all over that
dude,
shit.
Korean like cinema, Korean TV shows have just taken over my life recently. Like there's another movie called Silent Sea, starring the guy from Train to Busan. Yeah, I mean it's
called Hunt. Hunt. The Silent Sea. Hunt. Get it? Alright, I'll let that simmer. Go ahead.
I'm trying to. Oh, okay, gotcha, cunt, gotcha.
Hey,
the Silent
friendly.
Sea, by the way, is like code name for space, like outer space, Silent Sea, which is pretty cool, right?
That's
but
crazy.
yeah,
I get it.
Korean cinema. You know what I like about these like Korean shows and Korean movies? Like you have to be fully fucking invested. You cannot be on your fucking phone. You can't be doing the dishes or folding your laundry. I think that's the only reason why it's like these Korean shows and movies have just sucked me in so much. Just I have no choice but to fucking just watch it because I have to read the subtitles. So. You know, so.
You're vested.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you're in there.
Like other shows I tried watching
my head.
recently. I tried going on the Clone Wars, like the animated Clone Wars. I'm just like I can't. Like
It sucks. It's just too kiddie for me.
It
I need
is,
live
right?
action.
Yeah.
I love the live action, except for Star Wars Visions. That was.
I didn't even get to finish
insane.
that yet. I watched like
That was
maybe 2 or
insane.
3 episodes, but
I don't know if you guys are if you're not Star Wars fan, if you like Japanese animation, oh my god, it's so good. Like you don't have to know anything about Star Wars.
Yeah.
You just get hyped over it.
I watched maybe 3 episodes. I don't know why I stopped. I think I was like falling asleep or something. But
They're all made by different studios too, very famous studios in Japan, and they all have their own different art styles.
did you finish that? The whole
I have like
season?
one more to go.
Okay, because I think one of the episodes were actually making like a spin-off like movie about like that's how good it was, but I forgot which one it is because I didn't
Honestly, it's a
finish it.
toss-up, man. I don't even There's some really that first one was really dope. I love the art style there, where it looked real like it was all black and white.
Yeah, that
You know,
that first episode, is that the one you're talking about? Or yeah, that one was really cool.
That one was like pretty.
Was that the one with the lady has like the umbrella, but it turns into like a lightsaber or whatever? Yeah, that one was super cool. But,
oh my god.
I don't know. Yeah, any other TV shows or movies that I've been watching? Not really. Cheer season 2, I watched that, which was
okay.
pretty good. I mean, Cheer season 1 was good too, but Cheer season 2, it's like there was that guy who got convicted of kitty diddling, and he's currently in jail. And they were literally showing him like on the show. I'm like, why do you even include his fucking footage on the show? Like he's literally in jail this second, and you're still showing footage of him with fucking kids in the show. I'm like, that seems like that's like incriminating or something. That should not be there. But
Pretty bad.
yeah.
You know what's worse? I was watching Friends again.
Oh,
and
wow.
they have the Twin Towers.
Where
in the
is that?
background.
Is that
Man.
in HBO Max? HBO Max.
Yeah. So
they have the Twin
Kitty
Towers.
Diddley and Twin Towers. I think there's a clear difference here. All right.
I mean, I forgot Friends was even on HBO Max. Like that is one show that I just never finished. You've been through that many times, but I have not.
I don't know why I'm drawn to it.
No, that's good. I think that's like comfort viewing. That's bringing back to the childhood. I remember watching that all the time. Yeah, I tried watching Seinfeld again, which. Again, it's just one of those things. I get sidetracked. I'm watching Seinfeld. I go on my phone. I'm watching TikTok. It's like, why is the fucking show even on? I'm not even listening or hearing it or watching it. So I'm literally on TikTok. So it's just hard, man. I'm just so distracted recently. But I'm telling you, these Korean shows, I got no choice. I get sucked. Okay. I get sucked in there.
Sucked into it. All right. I like it. I might have to watch some of these.
But to wrap this up here, after this Batman review series, I do want to start that series I was talking about with. I got movies lined up here. I have 300. Okay, which 300 is on Netflix right now. So that gave me the idea. Second movie is gonna be King Arthur, and it's not gonna be the Guy Ritchie one. I'm gonna save that one for a Guy Ritchie marathon review, but it's going to be the Clive Owen one, which that's a guilty pleasure movie of mine. I actually really like that movie. So 300, King Arthur, then we obviously got to do Troy, and then we're gonna round it out with Gladiator, of course, the best of the best. We're gonna go worst to best with that one. And I was thinking about names earlier today. I had some time during work, and I'm gonna call that Deadliest Warrior Marathon. And at the end of that, we're gonna decide who is the best warrior out of all of those movies.
Look at this guy coming up with TV shows on our podcast.
We're gonna rank the warriors fucking best to worst there, and I'm very excited for that. So whoever is the deadliest warrior.
No, we need the guy from 300.
Yeah, that's why. That's exactly what I had his voice in my head. I was like, what am I gonna call this fucking
Friar from Van Helsing? Come on,
it's gonna be the deadliest warrior. But ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to hear more content, well, like what you just heard, you can donate to our Patreon at patreon.com/sortainteresting, where you can donate at the $1 level. And Myles, if the beautiful people would like to hear the back catalog of our podcast, where can they find us?
Beautiful people, it's at sortainteresting.com. That's our own website. Go there, do a little search. Look at our previous podcast series, all that shit. Fast and Furious coming back this year. Go back. Go watch that. That's infancy. That's this podcast in its infancy.
We did all the Spider-Mans as well.
All the Spider-Mans. The Mummy, of course. Speaking of which, go to our YouTube. youtube.com/sortainteresting. That's right. We have our own URL. And that's where you'll find a lot of our videos now. That's what we do. We do video audio. You look super dapper right now. I don't know what it is. It looks like you're wearing like some like coat with
just a hoodie. Yeah. Kinda. By the way, that Mummy Returns podcast, 58,000, on the way to 59,000 views on there. What the shit is going on?
69,000. Shut it off.
Close the channel. Close it. I'm just gonna be playing fucking porn on the channel. Just close it out. Upload porn, shut down our channel. Doesn't matter anymore. We're done.
We don't need it. We don't fucking need it. We just got the URL, but it was well deserved. Thank you to you guys watching and listening.
We're at over 300 subscribers now, which is pretty cool. Don't even remember what the number was last time, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
God damn it, but this is bugging me. It says -1 subscriber in the last 28 days. Like, who are you? Okay? I don't ever want to see that ever again. I will fucking find you. Okay? You -1 in the last 28.
Our graph was doing
Give me your name
the whole time. Now it has one of these little guys in it.
This is really bothering me right now. I'm looking at this -1. I'm gonna fucking.
You never look at the analytics, okay?
I'm gonna find you, okay? I'm gonna fucking find you. I'm gonna put my cock in your fucking mouth, okay? Don't ever do this ever again to me.
He means it too. I've seen him do it.
Oh yeah.
Not mine. All right. Just seen it. All right. But yeah, that's where you can find us. Twitter, freaking Instagram, all the other shit. Fucking LinkedIn, probably. If I find Christian there, I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I have on my LinkedIn? Fucking Best Buy. I haven't updated that shit in fucking like 5 years.
Hey, there's no need. That's fine. It's fine.
Fuck LinkedIn. I
Yeah, that's
fucking
you can
hate
find us.
LinkedIn. You know what, Miles? Let's get into this fucking goddamn movie. I was this close, okay? I was this
You
close
were.
to texting you and being like, fuck this shit, let's fucking move on. I was literally fucking...
But we didn't have anything after, so we have to do this.
I was 15 minutes through this rundown. You're gonna see it when you read the rest of it, because it starts off pretty detailed and well, and then once you get to the bottom, it's literally like one sentence each. I was like, fuck this shit. I cannot watch it again. I was literally fast forwarding it through it, because I usually watch new movies twice, right? I'll watch it once for just for fun, for impact, and then the second time I'll take the notes on it. Man, this one, ooh, it was hard.
Boy.
It was so hard to watch it the second time. I started it, stopped it, went to go eat some pizza rolls, and I said, okay, I feel better. Let's go ahead.
I remember that you were.
Let's knock this out.
The pizza roll saved you. I don't blame you.
And I finally finished it. But it's gonna be a very condensed version in the rundown that I got here. But let's get into some production details for The Matrix Resurrections. Release date December 22nd, 2021, which was 18 years after Matrix Revolutions. Writer-director, only one of the Wachowskis this time, Lana Wachowski. Budget of $190 million. And then the opening weekend box office. This is it's gonna be a little, bittersweet here, because it did open in movie theaters and HBO Max streaming. So opening weekend of $69 million.
Oh, that's all you need.
Not terrible, but definitely not great. For a reference, a very successful opening weekend would be about $100 million. And then currently, I did bring this up, I think it was like around... it was like maybe 300 million, which is not great. The last movie did 427 million for the box office, but runtime of 2 hours and 28 minutes, the longest of this series so far, Miles. And goddamn,
every minute was felt. There's
fucking
slow motion bullet piercing my fucking taint.
God damn it, Miles. What were your initial impressions of Matrix Resurrections?
It was that, they had us in the first act, not gonna lie.
They did this.
And then, they did that. And then from under here, too.
Yeah.
Did
this.
Yeah.
And then just fucking...
that,
No, and then just this after. Just
smack, and then it just walked away. That's basically what this movie was to me. I hate it. I fucking hate this movie. I do not like this movie at all. I'm okay with going my entire life with not seeing this movie ever again.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Anything you liked? Maybe any little thing you liked? Maybe
I did like seeing, because I used to watch this show called Sense8.
Oh, yeah, that's on Netflix. Yeah, that's
Netflix.
I think that's by the Wachowskis, I believe, right?
And there's like 3 actors in there.
Oh, that's what I was reading in the trivia. So who was in there? Who was in the Sense8? I read the name.
The white guy that was had like a German kind of accent.
Oh,
the
okay,
white
so
guy
that
with
guy.
the cool glasses.
Okay, yeah.
And then the other white guy that was shaved that had like the swirl in the back of his...
Was he like kind of like the taller kind of dude?
Yeah, the taller white guy. And then the black guy. The freaking operator.
Yeah. Okay. So all those guys are from Sense8. Okay. I was wondering. I was like, who the fuck are all these goddamn no-name actors I've never seen? It was
cool seeing those guys.
Yeah, I'm sure for you it was. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here. Get someone I fucking know. These people fucking suck.
What else?
Anything you liked? Yeah. Let's try to fill this glass half full here.
No, I'm trying to, but it sucks because it gets... I'm sure as we talk about it,
so
I'll be like, oh, yeah.
I have 0 I liked about this movie, so I don't know what
cool.
I'm super hypocritical
I feel bad.
right now.
I feel like I was... Okay, so anyways, this movie... what are your thoughts?
Honestly, the first half of the movie, maybe a little less than half the movie, I was pretty entertained. I was curious about where they were gonna go with this story, what they were gonna do. But it became apparent very quickly in the movie that they had nothing to do in the Matrix. Like there was no one to really save. There's no war to win, right? There's no humanity's not at stake here. There's no massive war going on. All they did was rescue two fucking old ass characters out of the Matrix. And it made for an extremely boring movie because there was zero stakes in this. Like, if they failed at rescuing Neo and Trinity, like, what's the big deal? Nothing's gonna happen. They've been locked away for what, fucking 40 years or whatever. In that time, so literally nothing would have happened.
NPH was doing his thing, which was fine, you know.
Yeah, he even said, he was like, people like it here. Like, nobody wants to fucking leave anymore. Nobody wants to go to shit ass fucking Zion or whatever that new place was called. But yeah,
no one wants to go back to Amazon. They like it here.
Yeah, they like having fucking.
They like having a union. They like
having strip clubs and fucking video games and shit. Nobody wants to go fucking to goddamn.
I would go to my union meetings if they had that.
But the action was hands down the most disappointing part of this movie.
Oh my god!
I wasn't expecting much story. Obviously, like I was already been let down for the last two movies about that. But I thought at least the action was going to be good, and I was dead wrong. You are dead wrong.
You're dead wrong.
I was dead wrong on that. I thought maybe they were gonna bring back, cool agent stuff. Also dead wrong on that. I thought Jonathan Groff. I don't know why I thought he would be a badass agent. I was just super hyped about seeing him in a Matrix movie, but that ended up being just another fucking Matrix Revolutions plot device where he was supposed to be Agent Smith, but in a different body. I was like, why? Why do they even fucking Hugo Weaving's not even in this movie? So what's the point of even making him Agent Smith? Should have just made him another agent. But man, yeah, I don't know why I thought Jonathan Groff would be a good choice because he's a fucking musical theater guy. He's not like an action movie guy. He's a guy from fucking Frozen. Beautiful voice of an angel. But he has, let's be honest, he has no place being in a fucking action movie like this. And of course, I think the biggest fuck up of this whole movie, the whole ending, was just the biggest cringe of 2021, probably the biggest cringe of the whole series, seeing Neo and Trinity fucking put on their sunglasses like they're back in 2001 again, but this time they're super old and they just look goofy and just flying off in the distance at the end where they're holding hands. I'm like, oh my god, this is what we're doing, Lana, huh? Like, nobody gives a shit about this. Why are we making this choice? You had almost 20 years to put this in the oven, to bake it up, but you didn't learn from the sins of the father, right? The sins of the son always pays for the sins of the father.
This was that kid that you're like, that one bottle of wine won't do any damage while you're pregnant, you know?
Oh,
so this was that, what do they call those babies? The ones where they
preemies?
No. Oh man, the ones that fetal fast children, fast ass kids, you know. Yeah. This is that one. This is and fucking old Jada Pinkett Smith. Get the.
I mean, if they had her like maybe
her character was fucking.
There was so much time in between the last movie, even more time story wise in the movie. If they would have included some kind of like flashbacks of her younger self or current day self instead of just having her old the whole time, I've been like, okay, that would have been cool. But they showed nothing. I was like, oh my god. But Myles, let's just get right into it. Let's get into the plot rundown.
I'll be taking you through this journey. Please stay awake if you need to exit or vomit.
For both of our sakes, I made it as painless as possible in this rundown. You're gonna see for the maybe first 15 minutes of the movie, it is pretty detailed, and then later it's gonna be, it's gonna be pretty quick. But all right, we can expound as we go.
Just go with it. Let's just let them figure it the fuck out. Fuck this movie. The Matrix fucking Resurrections. Here we go. The movie opens up just like the first movie with Bugs and Seek talking over a MS-DOS. Prompt talking about some old code that sounds familiar. Do I sound like a nerd? Cut to inside Matrix, where we see a recreation of the opening scene of the first movie.
Actually, before that, there's they kind of zoom out of the numbers here, and then Seek's like he kind of loses connection with Bugs, and he has like this little Metal Gear kind of like death moment where he's like, Bugs, It totally reminded me of that. Snake! What happened?
Bugs, though.
Well, we'll get to that. You keep going, Myles.
Cut to inside
you keep going.
We see recreation of the opening scene. First movie, we see officers moving in on an apartment where they break the door down, and we see a woman who's supposed to be Trinity raise her hands up, much like the first movie.
But I mean, why not just CGI Carrie-Anne Moss's face onto this woman, or at least try to cast someone who looks like a younger version of Carrie-Anne Moss? Because with this random actress, it kind of just like it feels like someone making a fan film of the first movie. It feels like a parody of the first movie. Like, it doesn't feel right, but I will say the cinematography was fucking dope as fuck. Like, basically throughout the whole movie. Like that opening scene when they're in the hotel or that apartment building, you can see the water on the floor. You can see like the soldiers like kind of walking through with a reflection on the floor. I'm like, okay, that's fucking dope. But again, yeah, like this lady looks nothing like Carrie-Anne Moss.
You do have something nice to say.
the Carrie-Anne Moss thing, I'm like, okay, but I was super interested. I was like, oh, we're going back. Like, what's going on here? I'm pretty interested at this point.
Mm-hmm. Fill some fucking plot holes up, huh? Outside, we see the agents pull up again, but instead of Agent Smith, we see Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who plays Morpheus. And he gives us the iconic, "No, Lieutenant, your men are already dead."
And then, before we go any further, I gotta say, I love Yahya. Okay, I love him.
I love Yahya. I love me some Yahya.
He's one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, and in more ways than one, if you know what I'm saying. Go watch Watchmen, everybody. You will be thoroughly delighted. Go watch Watchmen.
Yeah, that man's a thoroughbred.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But goddamn, man, he was not good in this movie. I'm sorry. I don't know if you liked him, but I was not a fan of Yahya in this at all. Like, if you're gonna go Larry Fishburne, go all out Larry Fishburne. You know what I'm saying? He went kind of like half-ass Larry, and I'm not sure what he's doing. They couldn't even like put like his whole body in half the movie. He was basically like that machine thing. I'm like, come on, man. Like, this is a choice.
It was phoning it in the other half.
This is a choice we're making here, and even his action scenes, I thought he would make that choreography look really good. But still, like, he's been in action movies before. He was in Aquaman, and he had pretty cool fight scenes in that. It wasn't terrible, but this is just like, God, man, you gotta work on your action, man. You're supposed to be an action star now. Let's get it going.
God, I was just hoping, like, the action scenes
huge disappointment.
Would just be so. I thought he was gonna bring. That's another fucking main thing that I wanted to bring up was there was nothing fucking groundbreaking here. There was nothing that was like I was. Maybe thinking one of these fight scenes, I don't know, he like duplicate or something. But like, remember this fucking fight?
There's only maybe like 2-3 fight scenes. The rest is all just for the force push thing that Neo uses. I'm like, that is the most boring fucking shit ever. Nobody wants to see that. We go watch Star Wars if you want to see that shit.
Go watch Star Wars and want to see that shit. Yes, that shit out of here. All right, let's move on. No, Lieutenant, your men are already dead. What a great line. Back at the hotel room, we are introduced to Bugs, played by Jessica Henwick Patam. And that's not fair. And her operator, Seek.
Dude, I do like this though. I like the innovation of technology in this world. How you could actually see the operator in the Matrix now, which is pretty cool. You can see him with like his headset and shit. And he's rocking like kind of like looks like Gears of War armor, where it's like kind of like that sleeveless, like kind of like bulky armor. But I do like that because you could like whenever like they turn a corner or something, he's just kind of there, like
he's
directing
like right there.
Yeah, with the headset.
Fucking Cortana. Yeah. He's right there.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty dope. I love it. Jessica Henwick, Patam.
God, man, she is such a delight. I don't know where. I think she was in somewhere in Game of Thrones. I don't know where else she's from, but man, I instantly fell in love with her. Just her hair, just the way she talks. I'm just like, God, man, that accent too is just.
Yeah, that accent is pretty cool.
God, man,
she's a British accent.
I know,
actress.
I love it. I love it so much, man. I love me an accent. I'm such a sucker for accents. I can't stand it. Oh God, I love it so much.
She was in Iron Fist.
Oh,
sucks.
Fuck Iron Fist.
Yeah,
there's a reason why nobody wants Iron Fist. Nobody's calling for Iron Fist back in the MCU. Everyone's like, "Where's John Bernthal? Where's Charlie Cox?" And Iron Fist. They're like, "Oh, who? Who's that?" Yeah.
Who? Fuck. Yeah, that's oh my God, that hair is cool.
Who? Jessica
Even that
Henwigs?
purple one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Even that purple
God,
one.
I'm such a sucker for colored hair too. God.
Yeah, you love the color.
God. Man, I can't. Oh, honestly, this is like the best part of
You
watching.
said,
the movie.
"Oh,
I can't.
shit."
It's
Yeah, there
the
you
best
go.
part. I can't. Thank God for her. If it wasn't for her, I would have definitely sent that text through. Fucking forget it.
All right, I like that. All right, Jessica, if you're hearing this, you got a fan. All right, or more
You
than
got a fan in me.
you got an only fan.
You got a fan in me.
We see them spying on Trinity as she beats all these cops' fucking asses like the first movie, and Bugs knows exactly how this story goes down. She's seen this before. Why don't you just take the top off? Just take the fucking...
Just straight from the...
Yeah, straight from the glass.
Hello?
Straight from the teat.
It's only Thursday. Okay, maybe that's a Friday kind of thing. Okay, that's a Friday.
Well, you're
action.
acting like it's Friday.
I know. What am I doing?
Now.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna be a tough Friday. We'll see.
That's all right. You're fine. Seek suggests that they are in some sort of loop program, and Bugs decides to investigate. Trinity runs and recreates the scene from the first movie, except in this movie, she's caught by the agents. Idiot. More like a tridiot, not Trinity, right? Bugs figures out she's in a trap when Agent Morpheus comes after her, but she escapes by jumping off a roof. Seen this before. Bugs tries to hide from the agents in a locksmith store when a secret door opens behind her.
That locksmith store,
Morpheus
by the way,
drags-
with all the keys everywhere, pretty cool. I thought it was a pretty cool nod to the key maker. Yeah.
Yeah, he had the most fucked up fingers I've ever seen. And Agent Morpheus drags her into another door of an apartment, which was dope. I like that. I like seeing like the different.
All this, all that is dope. Where like they like kind of like flip into like another plane. But I've seen it twice now. I still don't understand why Yaya is an agent. Like, isn't he? I just don't. He was an agent in this world, and then he turns into Morpheus. Like, I just don't understand what's going on. I still don't get it. But fucking, goddamn this fucking movie. I hate you. Why is he an agent? Because they show him like showering and like going to the gym and stuff. I'm like, what kind of agent does this? Like, you're not. If you if you want to get like a bigger body, just transform it to another body. Like, why do you have to like go to the gym and stuff? I don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Because they want to feel immersed, okay?
Like, can you imagine fucking
life, right?
Agent Smith, Hugo Weaving, taking a shower and he's like fucking shaving like that? You don't see any fucking agents doing that.
Imagine him taking a spicy shit. He's just holding on for dear life. Come on! I know this is how it ends.
He has like the earpiece like hanging off his fucking thing. He's
that vein that you see in his head in the movies is just.
It's like agents aren't supposed to be like this, like normal. They're supposed to be the elite of elites, but whatever. It's fucking movie.
Yeah, it's fucking movie. Alright, so like I was saying, they're in a locksmith store and a secret door opens. Never mind. Past that. Fuck that. Morpheus tells Bugs to explain who she is. Bugs says her name and says Bugs as in Bugs Bunny.
Okay. Myles, how do we go from some of the coolest names in movie history, right? The first 3 movies, amazing names, right? Throughout all of them. Even the bad characters, they even had good names. And now we have one of the lamest names I've ever heard. Jessica, I love you, I'm sorry, but your fucking name Bugs? Like, that is a fucking 10-year-old's gamer tag. Like, who the fuck thought of this? That's that Warner Brothers kind of
anything else.
That's that Warner Brothers propaganda. They're trying to include their IP anywhere they can. Now they get to put their fucking nose into the Matrix with Bugs Bunny. Okay, great. It should have been like Martian.
I didn't even connect that until right now,
Yeah.
and that shit's pissing me off now.
Bugs Bunny, that's what it is. Yeah.
Taz would have been better.
Or Taz. Fuck, that's a dope ass name.
Come on.
Fuck, they could have used anybody else. Yeah.
Ty.
Bugs?
Or
Like, why
fucking-
Bugs? That's such a fucking stupid
Elmer.
name.
Fucking
Elmer.
Fudd. No, wait, no, that's
That's Looney Tunes, right? Yeah, that's the guy, the bald guy, right? Elmer.
not
Fudd.
Hanna-Barbera.
No.
Barbara.
That's
Anyways.
like Speed Racer and shit.
Oh yeah. Dad, I'm getting my. They're all starting to mesh. That's how old we're getting. Ah, fuck.
Even though that was before we were born.
I know that was before. Hey, come on.
That was like when our parents were kids.
Shit. Yeah,
dude. Shout out to Boomerang. Remember Boomerang? That channel.
Boomerang.
That channel was fucking awesome, dude. It had like the fucking Flintstones and the Jetsons, fucking Speed Racer. Remember that? Like, remember that show where they used to like? It's called like Wacky Races or whatever. They used to have like all the characters like were racing. It was like fucking. God. Yeah, it was awesome. Shout out to Wacky Races. Yeah.
Some of those like, I love watching that old shit, but. I don't know where to find it anymore. And they have like those stations like IPTV.
Now it's all like now it's all streaming, dude. Those 24/7 streams or those stations.
Those 24/7 Shark Tank streams to go to sleep to. That's that TikTok. Hey, can I play some white noise? You know, it's Shark Tank in the background all night.
Shout out to us going to Vegas and just staying in the room and fucking watching Shark Tank. For like fucking 5 hours.
I'm not even ashamed of that, dude. Hey, fuck you. What are we?
Oh, I love
Vegas.
Shark Tank.
We've done both sides of Vegas, okay?
We've done enough Vegas, man.
We've deserved to watch Shark Tank for 5 hours.
Man. I love Shark Tank so much. On my stream deck, I have a shortcut. If I just hit a button that says Shark Tank, it automatically opens up Hulu and plays Shark Tank. That's so how much I love Shark Tank.
So if you guys know what show we both love, it's Shark Tank.
I love it so much.
Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those. Man. It's just one of those. Damn it. And
I've rarely ever seen the same episode twice. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
There's so many goddamn episodes.
It's like they've been on for fucking 30 years.
You can tell too by like the set, like what chairs they're sitting on. It's like, fuck, this is like a fucking early season. Or if they got like the fancy ass fucking big ass chairs and they're all spread apart, it's like, oh fuck, I haven't seen this one. This is like 2020 or some shit.
Oh man,
yeah,
so good. What were we talking about? How did we get there?
I don't know.
I don't know. But
or Bugs Bunny. Yeah, we're talking about Bugs.
All right. We gotta ground ourselves. We started thinking of good shit. We gotta think of bad shit right now. All right. Anyways, Bugs and his Bugs Bunny. She asked Morpheus if he knows that he's in a Modal.
Modal. It's
made 100% Modal.
Helix.
And she explains that Modal is a simulation used to evolve programs.
Okay, stop right there, Myles. I'm already confused, okay? We're 15 minutes into this movie. What the shit is going on? Why is fucking Morpheus an agent, okay? We are in a Matrix, but not really in the Matrix. We're like in a Matrix within a Matrix. Like, what the fuck is this place?
If this is supposed to be like some fucking coded cryptic shit, this came out way too far after to connect anything. This is just not.
And it's the sins of the father again. Lana Wachowski not explaining anything, right? Bugs literally explains what a modal is in modal. It's a modal. She explains what a modal is in one sentence, and then that's it. There was no more explanations of what's going on.
And everybody's like, "Oh yeah, okay."
They expect us to just kind of like go along with this, just like what they did with the Architect back in the day, what they did with fucking all the other bullshit with the Oracle back in the day. It's the same sins of the father, and it's history repeating itself. Lana didn't learn anything.
Lana ain't learned her lesson. Oh god. We find out Morpheus is just a program in this Modal, and his job is to hunt down other bad programs. Oh no.
I guess that's why he's an agent. I don't know.
What is he? What is he? He's like Webroot. He's fucking
he's an antivirus.
McAfee.
Yeah. McAfee, that guy's wild.
That guy's
fucking wild.
Oh man, that guy is dope. That guy, I love his videos. Like when he
fucking wild. That guy. I think he just died. Actually,
he died. He died. But he was
he lived a fucking life though. Yeah.
He lived the way a millionaire wishes they could live.
He was getting like shit on his chest by like prostitutes in a hammock. It was awesome. Yeah.
Man,
what a great life.
To live, laugh, and love. Wow. Bugs finally starts to get a look of the apartment they're in, and we see that it is Neo's apartment from the very first movie.
Again, very cool. I was like, oh, yo, this is fucking sick. I'm liking this. Yeah.
Yeah. Retro. Bugs explains
Metro!
explains to Morpheus that most people believe Neo is dead, but she says she knows he's alive. You can feel it. We get a flashback of Bug's previous life before being freed, where she was a window washer. Girl, use a window washer.
Bro, the hottest goddamn window washer in the history of Windows. Okay, like I don't even understand. How do you even get a job like that? Not just history of window washers, but history of Windows, Miles. Since Windows have been around. Okay, there's no one.
Spoiler alert: glass is easy to make.
There has been no one hotter in the history of Windows than that. Okay. And she's wearing like the backwards hat and shit. It's like, oh,
yeah, all the ones I've ever stayed at the jobs are all these like old Mexican dudes.
That's a scary job though. You're just fucking hanging on the side.
That is crazy, especially imagine somewhere like New York doing that or Chicago. Like oh my, or right there on the Korea Air Building in LA.
Yeah,
Jesus. Anyways, Bugs. We get a flashback of Bugs. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we already got.
Yeah, we get a flashback of Bugs' previous life.
You mad at me?
Window washer.
I think I know why.
Okay, here we go. Where she saw Neo about to hop off a building and it freed her mind. You know? Morpheus talks about a similar experience.
It's like code. Fucking whatever, dude.
Condensation, dude. You know what that reminded me of? Because I watched this just after watching Hawkeye, and I remember that's where Haley's character, she got the idea. She loved fucking Hawkeye because she was jumping off the building in Avengers.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was just thinking, like, oh, this is her fucking origin story right here. Here we go. Morpheus talks about a similar experience he had where he saw Matrix code in the condensation on a mirror. Realized he was high as shit.
It was just pretty cool.
And probably stuck in a repeating loop.
Yeah. That's definitely something where you're like, oh god, what did I just smoke? What the fuck is going on here?
That's get that Idris from Hot Ones.
What the fuck? Totally, yeah.
Oh man, it's so good. He finally tells Bugs that he is Morpheus. How? And he has to find Neo. Where? Okay. Who's telling you this?
Forget everything you know.
Yeah, fuck it. Somebody implanted that in him. It's an inside job, I tell you. Bugs tells Morpheus she needs to get him out of this Modal and presents him with a red and blue pill. And of course, yeah, I know, bitch. He takes the red pill and shoves the blue one up his ass.
Go watch Watchmen. You'll know he's no bitch, alright?
Man, if you think he's a bitch after watching Watchmen,
God,
you're a bitch.
Panther's tail. You know what I mean? Panther's tail.
Oh my. That George. Oh my. Oh. Wow. Now that's in my head and I don't mind. Morpheus starts to freak out a bit after taking the pill and starts to move in slow motion. Yeah, he's feeling it.
Dude, but
he said that was pure ecstasy right there, baby.
But how did they fuck up slow motion that bad? Like, it wasn't even real slow motion. They used like that shitty like slow motion where they just like kind of like slow down the film, like what they used to do before computers were around. And oh my god, it looks really bad. Where it just looks like everyone's like kind of like stuttering and they're drunk. It's like, why would you use that version of slow mo? They nailed slow motion in the last two movies before three movies. All three movies they nailed slow motion, and then all of a sudden the slow mo they took that away from us. So thanks a lot.
Retro was in.
Yeah,
I guess.
Thanks a lot.
No, we don't need that.
You can't even give us slow motion. Thanks a lot.
What's Lana backwards? Yeah, because you fucked us.
Anal.
You fucked us. All right. After a little chase scene with
shout out to Muck in Pokemon. Muck and Ekans.
Oh my god, I don't know what that was. Jesus Christ. Arbok. Oh, Muck. Oh, Muck. After a little chase scene with the agents, Bugs and Morpheus dive out a window and fall into a matrix hole. I don't remember that part.
Yeah, they kind of like jump off the building and like on the street they just fucking and it just transitions to another scene.
Right. Okay.
Fucking stupid.
We hear their screams fade as we transition to Neo sitting at a desk looking at Matrix code. What? We get some shots of his desk where we see he's Thomas Anderson again, and he created a Matrix video game where Trinity is just a character he created, and the stories of the previous movies are all just part of his game. I thought this was gonna be something more like intense. I thought we were gonna see some like crazy like shit revealed about Neo that like, oh, he knew the whole time or something. He was
That would have been cool. Like
he was double Asian shit.
Like he created the Matrix the whole time, and he's just been fucking around. But you know what? I'm actually not too mad at this concept.
Or he wanted it for himself, and so he did what he did.
Yeah.
And oh man, I don't know, but.
Yeah, I do think it was a very clever way to kind of turn him back into Thomas Anderson, like have him believe like all of this like past life shit was just kind of like crazy stories that he made up in his mind. Like I was kind of into that, you know. And those toys on his desk were fucking dope. Where it had like Trinity like kind of doing that backwards thing where she's like falling backwards. I'm like, dude, those toys are sick. I would love to have those toys. And it has like Sentinel toys and shit. Like it's just, I guess I just wanted the toys.
I wanted the toys, yeah. You wanted that office.
And I wanted that setup, yeah, that too, yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice office. God damn. I want an office where it's just, I can put all my cool shit in.
But he's miserable, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it doesn't really mean it was probably cool for
the first, buy more stuff.
It was probably cool for the first like maybe like 2 months, and he's like, fuck, this fucking office sucks, dude. I'm fucking tired of this shit.
He said, I smoked all the weed and I finished Pornhub. I'm bored.
I finished Pornhub.
He said, I'm bored.
They're just not her, bro. That's what he said. He got to the last page and he said, they just not Trinity, bro. Like this shit ain't working.
It's just not her. Oh my god. No Rule 34 could bring her back. Oh. Alright, so we hear their screams fade, just like ours. We get some shots of his desk. Oh wait, yeah. Neo's game crashes and we are introduced to the most annoying character in this whole goddamn
fucking
franchise.
cocksucker.
Hood. Or Jude in American.
Dude, Jude sounds like he's been smoking way too many heaters. His fucking voice is so shot. He's like, yo, Mr. Anderson, Thomas Anderson is so fucking like deep and shit. I'm like, Jesus, you're not even that old and your voice is that shot.
It's pretty bad. I fucking hate
too many heaters.
Jude takes Neo to get some coffee, and Neo sees Trinity walk in with her kids. Whore.
By the way, I'm gonna stop you right there. The coffee shop they go to is called Simulate.
Oh, that's right.
Simulate. God damn it, man.
Simulate.
This fucking movie.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Good. I fucking hate it.
Okay, well, I appreciate that you hate. Sees Neo turning around with her kids, but in this world, her name is Tiffany, which is pretty fucking gay.
Yeah,
and has no memory of her past life in the Matrix. Yeah.
Honestly, though, Carrie-Anne Moss is still very attractive to me. I like her a lot. Like even. You know, I think she rocks the short hair or the long hair. She was in Jessica Jones. Remember that? I don't remember how many seasons, but even in that, she's very good looking. And even this today, I'm like, wow, Carrie-Anne Moss still got it.
Carrie-Anne Moss.
Carry on. Still into it.
I'm still in. In this world, her name is Tiffany and has no memory of past life. Neo and Tiffany shake hands and they feel an instant connection. Neo and Tiffany. I don't know what that's. What does that sound like?
You know what? I totally I forgot Thomas Anderson for like the first fucking 30 minutes in this movie. But I actually do like I do love this scene where they shake hands and kind of feel that connection. The Wachowski brothers or siblings, they actually made that movie called Cloud Atlas. Which kind of like is basically that concept of love kind of transcending through time and space. So it's like Tom Hanks and Halle Berry going through different periods of time and different universes, and they still fall in love like in every one of those universes. So I do like that. I do like that whole concept. It's love is like the kind of the strongest emotion any human could feel. So it does go beyond science and nature, but yeah.
pretty fucking boring if you ask me, though.
It's just the concept of love, all right? Open your heart up a little bit, Myles, okay?
Yeah, I'll do straight up love. I love rom-coms, right? Straight up love or straight up fucking hearts broken, okay?
It's those movies, you know, those weird movies like The Fountain and Cloud Atlas. They're kind of like the same kind of thing where love transcends time and space.
I haven't seen either one of them, so I probably shouldn't
no, they're very very polarizing movies. So it's one of those. I hate to be that kind of snobby fucking asshole, but it's one of those you get it or you don't. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's you get it or you don't get it. All right. And I feel like
I get it. Jesus, I get it. I don't get it.
I feel like I get it, but maybe I don't. But maybe I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. So I don't know.
I don't know. You're pretty wise for your age, so I wouldn't doubt it. I would take his word for it, people.
I don't know. Maybe
I would take his word for it. He's very insightful. Yeah, you're on the outside looking in right now, dude. Anyways, just then, Tiffany.
OLI, yeah, that's my favorite. It's one of my favorite sayings. Yeah, OLI, outside looking in. Yeah, I like that saying a lot. Thank you.
That's good. You live outside the box too. I love it. I love it. Just then, Tiffany's husband, Chad.
God, this fucking guy, huh?
They had to choose the
By the way, her husband.
Worst names.
Her husband, Myles. Little trivia fact here: her husband, the director of the John Wick movie trilogy.
Oh, really?
He was Keanu Reeves's stunt double in the previous Matrix movies, and then he went to go on to direct the John Wick movies.
Holy shit! What a fucking transition.
I know, right? Yeah, that's awesome.
Man, that's.
He's a terrible actor though in this movie. He's not good. Stick to the stunts and the directing. Don't go to acting.
Yeah, but that transition from stunt actor to movie,
that's straight to director. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, all right.
Almost as good as a hot guy going to a woman. Jesus. Wait, what? Anyways, and breaks up the mind fuck between Neo and Trinity. Yeah, he's like, no, you ain't fucking my woman's mind. Only I do that, okay? Neo goes back to programming his game, and he sees a file from his game that has been purged. Neo gets called into his boss's office, and we are introduced to Jonathan Groff, an unnamed character at this point. The boss talks to Neo. About how his therapy is going and lights up a heater.
Dude, listen, I love Jonathan Groff, okay? But like I said, if I was if I was a man who liked other men, I would be all over that shit, okay? And he has the voice of an angel, but man, he's just not good in this movie. He's just not a good fit with this whole.
I don't think they wrote him. No, I just don't think they wrote him
this whole universe.
I can see him because I don't see him in that light, I guess, because I haven't seen him in much other than this.
Yeah, he was in Hamilton. He was very good in Hamilton, but that's his lane. You know what I'm saying? He's in that musical lane, and to see him in an action kind of like, he's actually a really good serious actor too. He was in Mindhunters. If you saw that on Netflix, the serial killer show, like he's really good. He's actually a good serious actor, but action movie, I think that's a lane he should probably stay out of. He's not good action movie.
Christian the Gatekeeper.
I'm sorry,
right.
Good serious actor. Don't get me wrong, good serious actor, but it just looks like he's doing like a dance when he's doing these action scenes in this movie, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe he should just stay behind the gun. Neo gets called into his boss. The boss talks to Neo about how his therapy is going and lights up a heater. He tells Neo Warner Brothers has decided to make a sequel to their Matrix video game, and he got on his knees and started blowing every single WB exec in that office right there.
That voice of an angel, there's no way those pouty, juicy lips of his have ever touched a heater in his life, man. That voice is angelic. There's no way.
A heater.
Yeah.
They're talking about a male heater.
No, a heater.
Yeah, a heater. I get you. Okay. He tells Neo Warner Brothers decided to make a sequel to the Matrix video game, even though Neo said he was done with the story. He said it's over with. This is a cash grab. All right, enough. Story ended.
I hate
like
this.
A good video game dev.
I hate breaking this fourth wall shit too. Like, why? Like, don't include your kind of like your anti-studio agenda, Lana Wachowski. I don't need all that in my movie. Okay, just keep that out. Keep that to yourself.
Keep that shit out of here. Neo starts to freak out a bit, and he sees Jonathan's mouth start to water. Oh wait, start to close up like his did in the first movie. Kind of creepiest part of the movie. That thanks for bringing that PTSD back to me. Cut to Neo in therapy, and we're introduced to his therapist, NPH, aka Doogie Howser.
Bullshit. NPH wouldn't do that, alright?
Who plays the analyst. Neo tells NPH he basically feels like he's trapped in this machine world, which is the truth, but NPH tells him it's just an overactive imagination, and gives him a refill of his prescription of blue pills, which I was like, oh man, sedation.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Keeping him in, jacked in. What for? We see a montage of Neo and his crew brainstorming this new game with that song from the trailer playing in the background. It's that
which was
I think it's Jefferson
song?
Starship.
Yeah, that's
Jefferson
the one. Yeah.
Airplane.
Yeah. Airplane, yeah, I think that's the one, yeah.
Jefferson Airplane, okay. Because there's Jefferson Starship also that came after. Yeah.
That's like 80s shit, I think, right? Yeah.
Maybe. Oh.
Is that We built this city? I think that's that song.
Is
Jefferson Starship.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Oh, man. Electric Light Orchestra? I don't know. Fuck. We see Sati at some point. Sati! Theories are thrown around about what the actual message of the Matrix movies were about.
So stupid, man.
Bullet time is mentioned as if we forgot about it. Neo stops taking his pills. Withdrawals.
And he starts like looking in the mirror. He's like, fucking like, what's going on here?
What's going on, man? He just fucking rips his eye out. Whoa. Neo and Tiffany meet again and have coffee together.
And honestly, this scene, shout out to Keanu and Carrie-Anne Moss's like chemistry, like in this coffee scene. I think they just flow together like very well. And Carrie-Anne Moss, still hot as hell. I gotta tell you, I'm telling you, that short hair, it does wonders for her. I love it.
It does wonder. It really does. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's good. Astute ob. Oh god. Neo and Tiff meet again and have coffee together. Tiff asks Neo. Yeah, I'm calling her Tiff, alright? That pisses you off. God. We'll fight, alright? Tiff asks Neo about the character Trinity in the game and says everything about the character is similar to herself. Yeah, kind of creepy, huh? Back at the office, an alarm goes off. Alarm goes off in her head, because that was creepy. Back at the office, an alarm goes off, causing everyone to evacuate. Neo is met by Morpheus in the bathroom, who reveals his penis to him, which is amazing.
And he's like,
whoa, I wish. He's met by Morpheus in the bathroom, reveals he is a character that Neo coded, and presents him with a red pill. That's crazy. You're like, dude, I created you.
Yeah, he was like, no, this isn't happening.
Come on.
I kind of like that scene, you know.
The police interrupt, like they always do, and we finally get some action. Oh boy.
It's fucking garbage action, though. Like, the action in this movie is such fucking garbage. Literally the only good thing about this whole franchise, and they managed to fuck this up in this movie, too. So, it's just, man, they're just digging that knife and just fucking just twisting it in.
Yeah, they're twisting it. They're taking everything we hated from the third one and intensifying it.
Yeah.
His boss enters the room, sees a gun, and turns into Agent Smith, screaming, "Senor Anderson!
Mr. Anderson!" I'm like, God damn it, man. This is bad.
He just starts singing it. Yeah. Mr. Anderson.
Even his yelling voice, I'm like, God, that is an angelic yelling voice you got there.
You're just like,
Jonathan? Goodness.
Whoa. Neo ends up back in NPH's office, who basically tells him that was all in his mind and it never really happened because you're high. Neo gets a bunch of flashbacks from the previous movies and is about to jump off the building when Bugs catches him and reveals her tattoo of a white rabbit. Now Neo is fully in. Yeah, he was just teasing. Now he's fully in. Bugs brings Neo onto a train in Tokyo.
And by the way, in the rundown, this is like when I start being like, fuck it, I'm just going to just listen.
Yeah, we're coasting here.
In the important shit, and I just coasted through this, yes.
We're coasting right now, baby. And then through another portal to an abandoned theater where Morpheus waits. Morpheus basically tells Neo the same speech from the first movie and offers the red pill again. This time, enema. He said.
Dude, honestly though, this is probably the best looking scene in this whole movie, where they showed like the torn tarp and you see like the projection like on the tarp. I'm like, oh fuck, that's pretty sick. I like that, and it's all like the scenes from the first movie. It was pretty sick. Yeah.
He's like, oh, I remember that. Oh, eating popcorn and shit. Morpheus basically tells Neo same speech from the first movie and offers a red pill again. Neo realizes he's not crazy and questions whether he died at the end of the last movie. Bugs tells Neo that it's been over 60 years.
It's been over 60 years. God.
60 years.
Don't get me started, Miles, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to turn off the camera for a second.
Let's go full job right now. Good thing it's all black. Neo takes the red pill and wakes up back in his pod in the real world, where he sees Trinity across from him, still asleep in her pod. Neo gets brought aboard Bugs' ship, and he's plugged directly back into the Matrix to save his life. He's got that. He needs that.
That cold, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's that they even call it like a cold plug or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Man, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Damn, that's gonna be the metaverse right there. I got that cold plug, man, at work.
Put me back in.
I gotta check on my avatar, bro.
That's what I need to bring next time. I keep forgetting I have a fucking VR. I need to bring that shit over next time I come over.
Oh yeah, dude, we got the living room for it too.
I know you guys have a way bigger space for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, we could fuck some things up in that. Oh,
you could watch.
You could cast that to like the TV too, right?
Oh yeah, you can watch some adult videos. Maybe I don't know. I don't do that. Maybe I do. Maybe that's
might have to have like a.
Maybe that's literally the only reason why I bought it. Okay, don't ask me. I don't know though. Okay.
This man living in 2222. All right.
I've been in the metaverse, baby. Okay.
I love it. I
stay in the metaverse.
He says he sees the ad for hot single moms in his area, and he's there. That's Christian Patam for you. Okay. Neo takes a red pill and wakes back up. Neo gets brought aboard Bugs' ship, and he's plugged in. Neo meets back up with Morpheus, who takes him into the dojo, where we see a fight much like the first movie, except worse.
Again, the fucking disappointment from Yaya. You're expecting Yaya to kind of like hit these Morpheus. Lawrence Fishburne was at least maybe like he looked way older than Yaya is now, and he still fucking hit those moves like he was fucking like it's second nature for him in the first movie. And
stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Yaya is so fucking slow. I don't know if it's the choreography or if it's just Yaya. I don't know what it is, but this was
He is a massive man.
It did not convince me of Yaya's choreography.
He was moving
skills.
like, you know who moved better than him was fucking Kareem.
Yeah, in Game of Death. Yeah, I don't know what
Kareem
it is.
A foot taller than that motherfucker.
Even Keanu in this scene moved a lot better than him in this scene here. Yeah. So I don't know what it was, but yeah,
he didn't stretch.
But good for Keanu Reeves. He still got the moves. He moved pretty well in this.
Which I wish they utilized more because he was
Yes.
And even in John Wick, which wasn't even that long ago, he's in there doing the rolls and the take. Dude, we could have seen more practical fighting mixed with like the better effects, the technology that we have now. Come on. Come on. Lena,
he uses the force thing over and over
all
again,
the time.
Which nobody cares about.
All the time. Neo remembers some of his old moves and busts out a new move that sends out a shockwave. Morpheus basically tells us what the rest of this shit movie will be about, which is saving Trinity.
Why? Who cares? Nobody. There's again zero stakes, right? If they don't save Trinity, who cares? Neo just has to fucking just jerk off in his room alone. But if they do save Trinity, what's gonna happen? Like nobody really wants to leave the Matrix anyways. So what's the point of saving Trinity? I don't know. It's just so he could have something to bang, I guess.
Yeah, it's all for that. He, like I said, he finished Pornhub. He said they're not her, so I have to get her.
I was honestly surprised too that they shaved his head again. Like I don't know if that was like a bald cap or what, but it looked pretty convincing. I'm pretty sure they shaved his head, right? Yeah, because I never saw any pictures of him or anything with his shaved head. So I
think nowadays, you can like actors really do that. They do that for the role. Yeah. They really shave their head. There's no bald caps anymore.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, especially there's no leaks about it. It's like, wow, how did he get away? Because that takes a while to grow out. So how did he get away with that for months?
Well,
DoorDash.
Let me tell you a little. Let me tell you a little something. It's called money.
That
And if you have it,
and a pandemic where you
don't
literally
have
can't
to
go
leave
out. Yeah,
anything, anywhere.
that's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Even like Trinity, when you see her, it's like, is that a bald cap or is she really shave her head? I don't know. But
I feel like she would just shave her head.
I feel like she would too, right?
No,
Like I feel like there's nothing really in the books for Carrie Ann Moss.
Oh
So
man.
I feel like she'd be like, oh fuck it, what else do I got? I guess Jessica Jones is done. Like what else do I got? You know.
And their agent's like, man, we were just gonna cast you in this one, but you got one fucking shaved.
You have no hair. Sorry.
Damn it. Well, I guess you could be the cancer patient in that movie. Neo wakes back up on the ship and is introduced to the rest of the sorry ass fucking crew.
Dude, this crew fucking sucks. I know you have some kind of connection with them now that they're that Sense8 show. But I'm like, fuck this crew. When I saw them, I'm like, this fucking crew sucks. You guys, I don't even remember your goddamn names. You know, I'm like Bow Wow in fucking Tokyo Drift. Or the other kid, the white kid. He's like, I'm not even gonna be around long enough to remember your name. That was me watching this fucking movie. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Shut up.
My thoughts exactly.
I have no idea what their names were anymore. I'm pretty sure I listed them in the fucking thing.
Yeah, Lexi, Berg, and Elster. What the fuck? Elster the Molester.
Again, back to my other point. We had such cool names in the last fucking other movies. We had Ghost, we had Niobe, we had Baird, we had fucking Locke. Baird, even Locke, the guy who doesn't even go into the Matrix. He's just a general who stays in fucking Zion. His name was cool. Now we got these guys, and I'm like, what? Come on, come up with put the shit into a fucking Matrix name generator on Google or something and get something. You just made up. Oh my god, dude, fuck. Yeah, it's fucking.
Anyways, yeah. Let it out, man. Let it out. They have some machines on board now, and it's explained that machines are also working with humans now. Cool. The ship arrives at a new colony called Io.
Remember when Neo like puts his like head to head with that one robot? I'm like, dude, you don't even know that robot. You're going fucking forehead to forehead with this robot. Like you guys are like fucking best friends all of a sudden.
It's a carrier owl with the cloak of invisibility.
It reminded me of like those Transformer robots, like we're just like really shitty like animation, and they just move too like fluid for robots. I'm like, okay, like it's useless to me. Get it out of here.
Yeah, it could have been an unmanned drone. I don't know. What am I saying? I don't know. Fucking. Ship arrives at a new colony called Io and Neo reunites with a much older Niobe, and I hate it. Niobe explains that Zion was destroyed and Morpheus died with it. Except she says it like
she does talk like that, dude. And that statue of Morpheus, I'm like, fucking fire whoever made that goddamn statue. That statue is fucking terrible. It looks nothing like fucking.
It's like that
Larry
bust
Fishburne.
of Ronaldo.
That's like exactly what I thought. He's like, the body looks good, and then you get to the face. I'm like, that's fucking Lawrence Fishburne? Who the fuck is this guy?
Hands on your knees.
God damn it, man.
Alright. Neo tells Niobe he wants to get Trinity out, but Niobe says, fuck that. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up. Let's go, Brandon. And locks Neo up. Bugs defies Niobe's orders. Oh no. And helps Neo escape. /
Again, for what? Why? Like, there's no reason to do any of this. Niobe literally says, like, hey, if you do this, it's gonna cause, like, a fucking war between us and the machine, so just don't do it. We're good with how life is now. And then, guess what? Fucking stupid. My wife was like, hey, let's break him out. Like, we need him. For what? I don't know. It's just doesn't make any sense to me. God damn it, my wife.
Just kill them both.
Goddamn wives, you know? Goddamn
wife. The crew finds Trinity in the Matrix and decide to go in and get her. We're gonna get her. Inside the Matrix, Neo meets with Agent Smith again, and they fight it out. Neo gets his powers back. At some point, we see the Merovingian again, and this is terrible cameo.
So I'm gonna stop you right there. This is this is the point where I'm like, Oh no, this is where it starts to go downhill. I was actually on board for all of this until they get to IO. I was like, all right, I'm on board. We got an old Niobe. I'll see where this goes.
No.
And then once they go back into the Matrix and we see the Merovingian, I'm like, I'm done. This is it. I'm done. This is fucking terrible. I'm over this.
As if we'd go like, oh my god.
No, yeah, terrible.
Who cares? Anyways,
I'm over
oh
it.
no. Anyways, Neo finds Trinity, who tells him she had a dream, a wet one, of the future. NPH freezes time. Wow.
In shitty slow motion again, where it's just like everything's like kind of flickering in the background.
God damn it. And it's revealed he's the one who's been controlling this world Neo was trapped in. Yeah. Man. I got a little.
He's basically he's basically like the new architect of this new Matrix that they created, which again they very poorly explained, and I kind of had to figure that out on my own. Which, goddamn, this movie.
He says, wait, MPH explains he was the one who took Trinity and Neo's body back and rebuilt their bodies and put them into the Matrix again. He says, in this Matrix, anybody can be disguised as an agent at any time. Wow.
That's another forget everything you know.
Yeah. Neo and the crew have to bail out of the Matrix, leaving Trinity behind when Niobe finds their ship. Damn, couldn't hide it. Niobe plugs Neo back into a local Matrix where Neo meets a grown-up Sati. She tells him that her father
Priyanka. Hello. Priyanka.
Hello.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello. Designed the resurrection pods him and Trinity were imprisoned in. Niobe gives in and lets them go on this rescue mission. She's like, fuck it. I'm about to die anyways. Sati helps the crew come up with the plan to get Trinity out of her pod. It's a very elaborate plan that doesn't need to go into detail because I would just confuse you because you're not smart enough.
Neo goes back. This fucking plan was so fucking God, man. They like they sneak in with that stupid robot, and then they have to
fuck that.
They have to use my wife to like kind of like double her brain. And then they go into the Matrix, and then they find Trinity. And
I thought your wife was gonna die. I thought they were gonna sacrifice her.
I would have turned it off right then and there if they did that.
Yeah, I know you would have.
Don't you dare.
Ah, man. He goes back. Neo goes back into the Matrix and makes a deal with NPH. If Neo fails to convince Trinity of her real life, then he will return back to his pod. Oh my god. It's just like, alright. It's fine. It's just on Neo at this point. It's just Neo like
why? There's no repercussions for this. If you fail, what happens? Literally nothing. It goes back.
That's why Niobe was like, oh yeah, okay.
It's exactly what it is. Yeah,
Niobe. Yeah,
it's exactly why it was. Niobe was like, okay, we didn't even need to save you in the first place, so I guess we're gonna lock you up again because you're fucking useless to us. Yeah.
Trinity turns on her husband. Turns her husband on. Oh no, wait. Turns on her husband on. Turns on her. God.
Her husband turns on her. Is that what I said? I don't remember.
It says Trinity turns on her on husband. You were so out of it.
Listen, pizza rolls, okay? I was drunk on pizza rolls at that time.
Yeah, the greasiest fingers.
Yeah, I was just fucking slipping all over the fucking keyboard.
He turns on her husband. He keeps calling her Tiff. And has a fight with him and realizes who she really is. Tiff fights Chad. This is like real life. NPH stops time before they're able to escape, but Agent Smith enters and fights off NPH.
I still don't understand
because they made
why.
A
why does he just come out of nowhere and he's like, hey, I'm going to save the day? It's like, you weren't just fighting fucking Neo like 10 minutes ago? Like, I still don't understand what happened there.
No, doesn't matter. Because a big gunfight pops off that looks like shit.
It looked terrible, dude. It looked like they filmed it at high frame rate because it looked like it was very high frame rate, but they forgot to slow it down. Like it looked like it was too. It looked like behind the scenes footage where the frame rate is super high. It's like, why does it look like this? And then they forgot to slow it down. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, they just cutting corners. $190 million can't get you that. The extra
I
10.
think it was that COVID time too, so that's what it was. Yeah, just
Yeah.
trying to just fucking finish it as smoothly as they can. Yeah.
The crew in the real world are able to get Trinity's body out. As the crew is trying to make their way out of the Matrix, NPH activates a protocol that turns everybody in the Matrix into agents. Basically, a zombie horde mode. Trinity finds a motorcycle, makes a run for it with Neo riding bitch. This was a long fucking
I hated all of
riding
this,
scene.
and this is the point where I just kept fast forwarding. I was like, okay, this
Yeah.
motorcycle chasing is going, and they've got like the other people that you know from Sense 8 in the Matrix 2, and it's fucking useless. They're literally just driving through, and they're getting like zombie hoarded, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's like World War Z.
yeah, it literally is. I'm like, why are we? And then they start jumping off the building like it's fucking that Fast and Furious movie with Charlize Theron. I'm like, you guys are taking like this is nothing to do with the original Matrix anymore. You're taking too many liberties with this. It's terrible.
Yeah, yeah. And can't you just stop time? I don't know. Anyways, Neo and Trinity get pinned down on a roof when they decide to jump off together, holding hands. It looks like Neo's about to fall to the ground when Trinity stays flying.
I remember I was already out of it the first time I watched. This is the first time I watched it. I was on my phone like, fuck this. I'm watching TikToks, and then I look up and I see Trinity floating there, holding on to Neo. I'm like, God fucking damn it! This is what we're fucking doing with this, huh?
Well, it looks like Trinity is the one now. It's so Neo has to go by Thomas and Trinity has to go by Trin. I don't know. Try. Oh man, she's the one. All right, they fly off. Cool. Trinity and Neo meet back up with NPH and tell him, of course, in San Francisco because he's gay, and tell them they are going to free the minds of the people of this world.
I don't want to be freed though. I have this in this world. Okay, I've got TikTok. I've got
yeah. So if there's a Neo out there, I don't want to get freed.
I don't want to go to fucking IO where you could barely make a fucking strawberry, like one strawberry. You know how many strawberries I need for my milkshake? Okay,
you know how many strawberries go bad in this household?
Like I don't. Oh, you know how much spinach I throw out on a weekly basis? Okay, I don't need to go to IO. I'm totally fine in the Matrix. Thank you very much.
Please go to IHOP.
Please plug me back in. I am totally on Cypher's side from the first Matrix movie. I want the steak. I want to fucking stay in the goddamn Matrix.
Oh, that's exactly what I think about this whole time.
I don't want to be living in goddamn IO with Niobe with one eye, and she doesn't even let me leave the room.
It's like, oh my god, I got an STD from that stripper. Oh wait, no, I didn't. All right, gone.
You wanted to eat those box of nerds out of the stripper snatch. You wanted to do it.
Yeah, but you told me to. Yeah, so that's it. That's what happens. Trinity's the one.
Yeah, and then
Tiff is the one.
They fly off into the sunset holding hands.
Tiff is the Giga Chad.
Which, I mean, God, man. I mean, this is why this movie is a massive failure. There are no stakes in this whole goddamn movie. The only mission in this movie was to save Trinity. Like, okay, like, if they don't, fucking nothing happens there. There's no threat to IO, right? They already established that the machines are also working with the humans. And then the human race is just totally fine with being in the Matrix. MPH like set us up. We're good. We've got phones and shit. We've got video games. We got coffee and shit. We're good. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to get out. But it's just like this like boring side mission that my wife and her friends kind of put together because they were bored under Niobe's rule, I guess. So I don't know. So.
Of course.
But Myles, let's go ahead and get into a ranking of these movies. Where would you rank this movie compared to the first three movies?
It goes 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, opinion. from worst to
from
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, from worst to first.
Number 4, vastly under number 3. Number 3 was so much better than this. I can't believe I'm even saying this. Like, before this movie came out, I was super hyped, right? Lana Wachowski had almost 20 years to get this right. She's heard all the comments. She's seen all the videos. Everybody, hating the last 2 movies, and she just did not learn from, again, the sins of the father. The sins of the father. Just never learned from the previous 2 movies. He had 20 movies or 20 years to kind of sit on it and change the story around, but it just didn't happen. And absolutely, this is number 4 last in the series. But I guess that's it. I mean, there's really not much else to talk about. I had no trivia for this, by the way. I already said the trivia during the rundown that you said, but it's officially last place. Probably one of the worst movies we ever done on this podcast, but I can't believe this is how it ends. Like, this is very sad the way it ends, but it is what it is, Myles, okay? I think we should concentrate on what we're going to be doing next week, though. Next week, it's going to be Batman Begins, which I'm very excited about. I cannot wait to start this Batman series leading up to The Batman, starring Robert C. Pattinson, and of course my other wife, what's her name? Fucking Zoe Kravitz, of course. So the cat girl, Catwoman in that movie. The cat. But Myles, give them the plugs of where they can find our podcast, and we are out of here for today.
Oh man, sortainteresting.com. This podcast and all the podcasts from this series of the past and past series are on there. Go there, check it out. Patreon.com/sortainteresting. All these links are in our on our website. So is our Twitter. So is our Facebook. No, fuck Facebook. So is our MySpace.
Our metaverse, actually. Yeah.
Metaverse, yeah, pretty soon. And you'll be able to hang out with us virtually. Well, oh god, youtube.com/sortainteresting. Yeah. We got our own URL. We're a big deal now. We're big time.
We do have that. Big time.
Big time.
Big
yeah,
time.
Motherfucker. All right, and that's about it. Fuck this movie.
Yeah, fuck this movie. But I'm very excited for the next series. We will be doing Batman Begins, the Nolanverse, next week, hopefully. So, very excited for that. Haven't seen that movie in a long time. But that is it for today. We will see you next week. Have an interesting day, everybody.